XRP Future Millionaire. It's 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2.5 hours before the daily close. I wanted to read this, and then we'll go over the charts and talk about the implications of tonight's daily close, which is already brutal. It doesn't even matter really what happens from here. It's already brutal. We're right around 35,200. So I wanted to read this because we're going to be getting into a crypto winter here, and I think we already have it. And it's going to be more like a deep freeze here, ladies and gentlemen. So forget a Bitcoin winter. A crypto ice age might be coming as the Fed ends the easy money era. Crypto ice age might be coming as the Fed slashes its support for markets and the economy. Crypto prices have slumped, with Bitcoin tumbling to a 6-month low below 38,000 on Friday, which we now know it went below 35, but now it's trying to stabilize at 35,000 level. But it's looking bleak. With the Fed hiking interest rates and nagging questions about regulation and technology, the outlook could be bleak. Things are getting cold in crypto land. Bitcoin is down dramatically from its November peak of close to 69,000, falling to a 6-month low below 38,000 Friday. Trading volumes have slumped. Some investors are concerned that the market is going into a crypto winter, a period when prices fall sharply and fail to recover for more than a year as the Federal Reserve abruptly tightens monetary policy. To me, I'd be ecstatic. You want it to do that for a year. We've got all the time in the world to accumulate, and then as we get into November and early 2023, we can start seeing the turnaround as the ISO implementation starts turning around and starts being implemented more across the board, and more companies have to abide by it. You would have plenty of time, no excuses. We need to get on the ball, and that's why we got to stay one step ahead on the technical analysis. There's nothing worse than watching some douchebag on YouTube and then you don't know which way's up. But it could be worse than that. Crypto could in fact be heading for an ice age where prices stay low for years and many investors lose interest. Paul Jackson's Invesco's global head of asset allocation research told an insider recently, it's not just Fed policy. Many potential investors have doubts about the robustness of cryptocurrency technology and regulation that could stifle industry development. The Fed could put crypto in the deep freeze. Early last year, bond king Jeff Gundlach said he thought Bitcoin was the stimulus asset boosted the most by the torrent of money from the Fed and U.S. government during the blah 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 crisis. But less than a year later, the Fed is turning off its faucet as it tackles soaring inflation. Markets are now expecting 4 interest rate hikes in 2022. Well, guys, we're almost into February, so they're gonna announce one. I guarantee it this week. They're gonna put it into place. The resultant jump in bond yields has already whacked unprofitable tech stocks and cryptocurrencies. The two speculative assets look a lot less attractive when returns on risk-free bonds are higher. But more pain is likely as bond yields have considerably further to rise, according to Invesco's Jackson. Central banks and governments have played a role in jacking up these markets, and those policies reverse, then I think they will have a role in depressing them, and he said. So things that worked in 2021, let's just face it, everything that worked in 2021, throw it out the fucking window. 2022, commodities didn't work as good in 2021. Gold and silver didn't rise as much as these speculative stocks. That's what you should be investing in. The oil stocks, foreign stocks, all the commodities. Central banks, I think it could be an ice age, Jackson said. I think if you take away those conditions that have been created by the Fed, it does change the outlook. Nagging questions about regulation and crypto technology. Of course, many cryptocurrency supporters disagree. Dan Morehead, CEO of investment firm Pantera, said in a note last week the sector should stay strong because the uses for crypto networks have ballooned. That's a horrible reason why. He pointed in particular to the growth in decentralized finance, or DeFi, where financial activities such as trading can be carried out without the need for intermediaries thanks to crypto technology. That's fantastic, but until the ISO is implemented, that doesn't really mean dick, buddy. But many investors are less convinced, with regulation a particular worry. The Central Bank of Russia, a crypto hub, this week proposed an outright ban of mining and transactions, adding to Friday's sell-off. European regulators could be about to toughen up their rules, and Spain and the UK are cracking down on crypto adverts. James Malcolm, head of foreign exchange strategy of UBS, told Insider he thinks problems with crypto technology could be one of several factors, alongside stricter regulation that could drag the crypto world into another winter. Malcolm said in a blog from founders Signal Message, blah blah blah, which concluded that blockchain technology is clunky and far from decentralized. Meanwhile, users of the Ethereum crypto network have been infuriated by congestion and high transaction fees, which are proving very hard to fix. Solana's facing a lot of problems too with their network, and it's come crashing. The house of cards came crashing down on Solana. You can't have so much slippage. There's something really wrong with Solana too, so keep that on the top of your priority list to check out if you're a fan of Solana. A lot of people in the technology space seem to be questioning whether or not crypto tech is that effective. Malcolm said, "It begs the question, if it was so blatantly next generation technology, then why aren't a lot of big tech companies all over it? Why isn't Google massively investing?" Guys, this is the distraction part. Ripple, Stellar, Algorand, FinTech. Fuck it. If you know that, who cares what they say? That's all you need to know. If you ever learn anything from me, write down Ripple Network, Stellar Network, FinTech Network, Algorand Network. If you don't know anything else, you're fine. If you want to know more, continue to watch and subscribe to the XRP Future Millionaire, because I cover anything and everything, starting from commodities all the way down to the ISO and everything in between. So that's what I wanted to read you, because I think it's fascinating. There was one more thing, but I don't know if I really want to read it. Let's see if it tickles my jingles, or jingles my dingles, or jingles my dingles. No, I can't think of the right word. I'm just trying to kill time. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I got to do this post-daily or pre-daily close, so we're going to have to go into this and be serious. So right now, Bitcoin's down 3.09%, 1,130 points down at 35,320. Right now, we're looking at what looks to be like a disguised bear pennant, where we had a fake candle down, and then another one that never filled in all the way down, so it's kind of disguised in here. We've had some fake up and down in here, but to me, it looks like a bear pennant is starting to form, or has formed. We broke back down through the pennant, so we have some issues. So I think 32,662 is a fair target that we're going to break down to. Could we come up to 36,396? Well, you know, is LeBron James' hair going to suddenly grow back and stop receding? Anything's possible, but it's going to eventually come crashing back in. So let's just pay attention and be alert. There you got 34,156 support. I would say overhead resistance up at the top is 36,369. We break through, we're coming down to 32,662 in a quick and swift motion, because that's the technical target out of this broken pennant if it breaks down. Ethereum, we're at 2,381. That was the support resistance line. Look at where we're at, though. We've moved back over it, but we're steadily approaching this area where if we break that, we're going to push down towards the 2,078 line. And does that not look like we could be forming a bear pennant? And I know it's in the 4 hours, so it's harder to see, but if you, well, there's a little bit of a formation here, but no volume to speak of. Yeah, so when you start to see, you can see what's going on here. Even if you played it the best case scenario and you're like, okay, it's gonna start doing this anyhow. It's just gonna bounce around, and then it's gonna end up down here. But right now, 2,381 support, 2,696 is resistance. It's that simple, nothing more, nothing less. XRP. And then I'm letting you go, because I got dinner that I'm cooking. 60486 is resistance, and man, oh man, has that been one hell of a resistance. It's almost as if my lines came in here and said, not so fast, XRP. And now it's going to try to come back down, or is it going to bust out? Well, the volume is suggesting it keeps breaking down. See how we came up once again in this 30-minute time frame? Volume crashed the whole way up. That's very bearish, which means that this is likely going to be a failed hook, and it's just going to push us here to the 52. I have a technical target of 52, but it could extend down to 48. That's a long-standing technical target that we never hit, but there is a triple bottom at 52 cents, which would be check, 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 and then you skyrocket. And by the sense of that, I mean you could go from 52 cents up to 68, or you could, about 68, 69, or you could push that up to 80 cents and make a run at $1. Either way, it'd be fantastic from the points we're at. So, highly consider what I'm saying. Join Tom's Army. We've had the most members that we've ever had in Tom's Army. They're not Tom's Army, but in the Telegram, we're up to 132 members in here, and it's non-stop fantastic. Yeah, see? And that could be an engulfing candle, but it's not a true bottom. Yep, I agree with that, John. It's not a true bottom, but it could absolutely indicate a small reversal. I was expecting a reversal up to like 36,000, but we're just not getting that volume. And on an engulfing candle, we got to get to the daily close for a true engulfing candle. But it certainly is squeezing it in that 4-hour time frame. But if you're looking at a true reversal on an engulfing candle, make sure you're looking for your overall transparency and your indicator that it's actually a reversal. You get the confluency in the daily. So if that daily shows the same thing, well, but right now we're just squeezing in between because we're doing this, and then it went the same length, it's coming up, and then the next one, if it rides right here, we could be looking at something like this, to where it's kind of like this, and then it would make its move around here, but that would push us right at the daily close. So we're gonna see what happens. XRP Future Millionaire, it's been a pleasure.